Nobody comes into this house without paying the price.
Not here! Not ever!
It is NBL Live broadcast 358, and you know what that means. It's Super Bowl time here in the Madden Bomber League. Season 52 Super Bowl underway. It is the Ravens and the Niners. They started for some reason, but hey, whatever. What can you do? Nick Mazesco alongside the Commissioner Bomber. Bomber, it is always exciting when we get to crown a new champion in the NBL.
And it might not be a new champion. It might be the same one from last year. This might be a back-to-back run of the 6 seed, 7 seed Baltimore Ravens, a.k.a. the Road Warriors here in the NBL. Absolutely dominating. They were 10-7 this season, and the Niners limped in at the very end. Remember the Philadelphia, Atlanta, we thought one of them were getting in, and then here comes the Niners, 8-9. They limp into the 7 seed. So we got a 6 seed taking on 7 seed, and the 6 seed last year, the Ravens, they were the 7 seed last year. So there's a lot of Cinderella going on here in the NBL.
Lamar Jackson runs it left side, breaks a tackle, and he'll find his way to the 11-yard line. What is it about these Ravens, Bomber? It seems like when the lights are brightest, when the playoffs are underway and the pressure is ramped up, we get the best out of this Ravens team.
Yeah, you're getting the best out of Lamar Jackson. I think he kind of goes on cruise control a little bit during the regular season. He won that championship last year. We saw him fade towards the middle, early season this year. They got it together, went on another late rally. They find themselves in the playoffs, but he's really going to do it, and you're going to see it with his legs, his wheels to pay the bills, as I like to call it, in the pocket when nothing's there and everything's breaking down. Lamar Jackson can still move the chains for you.
First and goal for the Ravens, 2:19 to go in the first quarter. Is Lamar Jackson the shotgun, 3 wide to the left side, 1 to the right side. Jackson with Aaron Jones on his left side, and he will give it to Jones. But there's that man, Watt, with the tackle. Oh, how did the 49ers find a way to get TJ Watt on this already stacked defense?
You talk about this trade that happened. It was such a big deal. We talked about NBL 360. They talked about it on the Coast to Coast podcast featuring Slam and my man Jordan.
Woo!
It's just been, there we go. Right
Jones
there.
with a sack.
Yeah, still making plays. You look at this Niners team. You got Nick Bosa. You have Aaron Donald. You brought him in the first year. Now you have TJ Watt. It was just bound to find some success at some time, and it came very, very late, probably almost too late, as they barely limped into the playoffs. But, man, they are on quite a Cinderella run, and their front line is dominating.
3rd and goal. Back at the 16-yard line, Lamar back to pass. Looks for the post route, looking for Mark Andrews, but out of reach. Lamar cannot connect with his number 1 target. They'll have to settle for 3. A good defensive stand from this 49ers defense.
Yeah, sitting over the middle of the field, you see Mark Andrews coming, and it just seemed like the 49ers were ready and prepared for that. You see 2 in the vicinity. Lamar Jackson didn't really like the throw, put it where only his receiver could get it, and it was kind of out and away from Mark Andrews. So they're going to end up with 3 on this first drive. But let's see how San Francisco starts here. They have been a team predicated on their defense throughout this season, but coming in here offensively, they're rushing the ball as a top 5 team. They're passing in the bottom of the league, but they're a top 5 rushing attack. So that's good. Their defense can hold the 3 there as they can keep this rushing attack live and well early in this game.
Now we get to see this San Francisco 49ers offense go to work. Brock Purdy out of Iowa State in the pistol. He's got 3 wide, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. No surprise to see C-Mac get an early carry. Tries to make a juke move inside. He'll pick up 3.
It's going to be CMC early and often here. This is how this offense likes to run. They're going to give it to CMC in the running game, the passing game, however you want it. If they do win this game, Nick, it's going to be predicated on Christian McCaffrey making plays with his legs.
Purdy in the shotgun. He will give it to McCaffrey once again. Finds some room up the middle. Picks up a first down. Good juke move. And there goes CMC. He picks up a bunch. The 45-yard line. A first down as this 49ers offense. Listen, sometimes we get contrasting styles in these Super Bowls. Both these teams are going to look to run the ball early and often.
Yeah, that's a pretty penny and getting skinny there for Christian McCaffrey as he moves the chains. He's going to be a chain mover today as you see an RPO there to the left side. Everybody's going to be – this is why this RPO game is so successful usually for the San Francisco 49ers. You're going to get Christian McCaffrey upfield. He's going to run it inside, outside, all around the town side. And right there, that RPO, that stretch, if he can get the defense to really sell and protect that Christian McCaffrey run, that's when they break those RPOs. Right there, Baltimore doing a good job staying home, playing it conservatively.
And McCaffrey with the carry. Simpson in the middle. Great tackle, not letting McCaffrey get to the second level. And now for the first time, we see the 49ers in a passing down 3rd and 9.
This is a team that will run on 2nd down. That's a big-time stop. They're a top 10 team against the rush and against the pass this year, the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see if they can come up with a big play here on 3rd down.
3rd and 9. 3 wide set for Brock Purdy. George Kittle out of tight end. Jones with a great move on the right side, looking for Kittle, but the pressure from Jones on the right side of the defense is going to force the 49ers to punt this ball away.
You see Brock Purdy on his heels on that throw right there. That's not the throw you want him to make. It was in the vicinity. I mean, that was a good attempt for a bad situation for San Francisco when everything looked bleak. He still kind of put it out there for his receiver to get it, very similar to the throw that Lamar Jackson made on that 3rd down where he couldn't convert, that he set up for a field goal. But Baltimore doing a good job getting them off the field. They're going to get the ball to start their second drive here in the, second quarter?
Yeah, second quarter, 5 1/4 to go. 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson in the pistol. With Aaron Jones behind him, 2 wide to the left side. The fullback, Patrick Card, on the right side of Lamar Jackson. He'll give it to Jones up the middle. And there is Nicholas Bosa with the tackle.
Yeah, good run up the middle, just establishing that the Ravens are going to run the ball outside, inside. Very similar play styles. We said scheming for these two teams. You're probably scheming similarly if you had to play the Ravens and the Niners back-to-back. So this is going to be a powerhouse run game.
Jones to the 31-yard line. Picking up a 1st down for this Ravens offense. Lamar hands it to Jones over the left side. Great blocking. Boy, how impressive has this Raven offensive line been this year? It feels like they maybe don't get the credit of some of the more big-name O-lines, talking Eagles, talking Niners, but this Ravens O-line has been stellar.
Absolutely. You got Aaron Jones averaging nearly 6 yards per carry. He came over a blissful return because this is a guy that came over from Green Bay because they decided, he's too old for us. We're done with him. We're going with Jonathan Taylor. Aaron Jones came over and had himself quite the season.
What a tackle there. That was Fred Warner in the middle.
Oh, an absolute monster. We talked about their front three. Bosa, Aaron Donald, TJ Watt. Don't forget, they still have Fred Warner at that middle linebacker position. This defense is absolutely stacked.
Oh, this late rotation is going to force a timeout. I think the Niners took that one. If Lamar had gotten that snap off, they were all messed up. It was probably a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah, it just seemed a little discombobulated there on a crucial 3rd down. Getting off the field, getting your guys back on the field. It seems like Baltimore was prepared to try to snap that ball while San Francisco was really just trying to figure it out. They had to burn a timeout there. That's a smart timeout there for San Fran. Big 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 3. Putting all 4 wide receivers to the left side. Solo receiver to the right side. That's Wallace. Wide right. Lamar Jackson, QB draw. This is with the danger of the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson picking up the 1st down.
Yeah, you see 5 wide with Lamar Jackson. 4 receivers there wide left. You got a man wide right. You got to go into some type of man coverage and probably a cover 0 and stay home for Lamar Jackson because that's what he's looking to do. He's going to get vertical with those routes, and he's going to look to take off if he doesn't like what he sees. It's just such a threat having Lamar Jackson playing at this type of level here in the NBL.
1st and 10. Ravens go to work. 3:15 left in the first half. Pressure up the middle. He's got Mark Andrews open. Oh, Hufanga can't pry that one free. That's what 89 brings to this offense. The tough catches in traffic. Looking like there's so much traffic, you could have called it LA at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Great hands there by 89. One of the best in the business. I'd say probably best hands at the tight end position, man. He just drops absolutely nothing. And here's a big run from 35 here at the Baltimore Ravens.
Now 1st and goal once again. 49ers looking for another goal line stand after their opening drive stalled.
We talked about San Francisco being a power run team, man. They don't want to get down 2 scores here. If they can hold to 3, that would be crucial for their success here.
Oh, it's tipped and picked off. The big D lineman Jones with the interception. Looked like it went off of one of the Ravens on that slip screen. Wow. And the 49ers get another stop inside the goal line.
That's one of those plays that you look back at the end of a Super Bowl and San Francisco ends up winning. That's one of those ones that we circle and we highlight, say this was a game-changing play. It dings off the lineman, and they find it in the hands of their defensive lineman, and that's just great awareness, head on a swivel, as it looked like Christian McCaffrey it looked like the halfback for the Ravens might have walked in for a touchdown if he'd had that ball in his hand, Aaron Jones.
Credit the D-line for the 49ers. You saw Jones stay home on that slip screen. He recognized that early, was able to just get in the right place at the right time, and now the 49ers have the 2-minute warning, an opportunity to tie or take the lead. He looks over the middle, and for the first time, we call Brandon Ayuk's name as he catches a short pass over the middle, sets up a 3rd and 2.
A lot of talent at the wide receiver position for the San Francisco 49ers. You talk about Brandon Ayuk on the season. He came into this season absolutely putting up some pretty good numbers, leading this team 47 catches, 825 yards, and 8 touchdowns. As we said, this is not a heavy passing. They didn't have anybody over 1,000 yards, but he was the guy closest to it. He did put up 8 touchdowns and 825 catching the ball. Him, Danny Gray, and George Kittle, those are the 3 to watch here for San Francisco for Brock Purdy and company.
0 for 1 on 3rd down. Here comes Purdy once again. Looks for the curl route. It's jumped by Simpson and picked off, looking for Ayuk. And great call by the Ravens defense. Looks like they told all their cornerbacks, look for something underneath. Jumps the curl route, and now the Ravens back in position, pick for pick.
A touchdown to interception ratio. That was in the negative balance. 20 touchdowns, 22 interceptions came into this postseason, but he's been playing well in the postseason, protecting the ball. Brock Purdy right there, you see underneath coverage, and the Ravens kind of bait him into that, leave that little hook open just a shade, and Brock Purdy goes to it, throws it without really using his peripheral vision and realizing, hey, I'm kind of being set up for this pass. And that was a nice interception by Baltimore. They're going to get the ball right back, trying to go up 2 scores right before the second half.
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Jackson the shotgun in that wing slot weak. Got Goodwin and Bateman going to hand it to Aaron Jones and follow the blockers. He'll get a couple, set up a 3rd and 6. Timeout taken. Last one by the 49ers.
Man, I really like that double slants. I don't know why Lamar checked out of that.
It looked like man coverage
the whole field to the left side. There was nobody over there.
Watch Bateman on this little zig route. I don't know if Whitlock's going to stay with him. He is not. And it's Rashad Bateman, 3rd-year player out of Minnesota, picking up the first down for the Ravens.
And that's a 1-2 play there for Lamar Jackson in the red zone. You see that play often, that play action read, that deep comeback on the left side. His responsibility, if they whip it to that zig early, is to block downfield. If he would have done that, we would have been looking at 6 pay dirt time for Baltimore.
2 wide, 2 tight end, once again, wing slot.
Keep this.
He handed it off. It looked like a keep the whole way. It looked like they collapsed down left side. Misread by Lamar.
Probably predetermined there. You do have the timeouts. Maybe Lamar, maybe playing a little. They already turned the ball over in the same situation earlier. Maybe Lamar going to let his running back do his thing right now. Second to go. It was just first to go. 14 seconds left.
2 timeouts left for the Ravens. They're going to go back to the ground game. A little counter out of shotgun. And Whitlock dive. I don't know who he was trying to tackle. Perhaps he saw some ghosts out there. But it's a walk-in touchdown for the Ravens. And that is a killer end of half possession as the Ravens will take a 10-0 lead with 11 seconds left.
And we don't know who got the ball to start this game, as it started about a minute before us. So we're at the mercy of just waiting it out as well.
I believe the Ravens got the ball first. So it should be the Niners' ball at the half.
And that just shows how critical it was, that last possession with the interception from Brock Purdy. And here's what I don't understand. There was 50 seconds left about, right? And they Brock Purdy threw an interception on a little hook from inside slot area tight end in between the hashes, right? It just seemed like a high-risk throw and low-reward throw. You know, you don't want to have those high-risk, low-reward throws, especially when you're backed up and there's not much time left. I'd like to see a more conservative approach and punt the ball, especially when you know you get the ball to start the second half. Just a careless play calling there for San Francisco. Maybe the big game's getting to them here. I think maybe they overthought that last possession.
McCaffrey will pick up a first down, but it will end the first half. 10-0, the defending champs on top, looking to go back-to-back. Bomber, not too many in the NBL. Back-to-back, it's tough to go in this league.
Yeah, especially the way that Baltimore is going about this. This is a team that came on late in NBL season 51. Excuse me, NBL season 50. Wait, what season is this? This is 51.
Sure.
Is this not 52?
I forget if we restarted. I believe it's 52. 50 was the last one before we before.
Gotcha.
Yeah, back
All
in
right,
20.
well, that makes sense now. I didn't know. I thought for some reason we announced we were doing 50. All right, so it's 51. I mean, it was 51 last year.
That's
They
why I
came
thought
on
we had
late.
the hashtag.
52, they came on late. What's that?
Anybody else want to type 52
I know
in the
it says
chat?
52, but I'm going through it in my head right now. I'm like, okay, we did finish the last NBL at 50, so yeah, so we're on 52, but 51 they came on late. 52 they come on late. It just seems like this team is okay with playing road playoff games and winning these games. They're the quintessential road warriors of the NBL because they come on late, they play these road games, they dominate these opponents. You saw what they did to Buffalo at the end. They just have that magic touch when they're on the road, and here they find themselves in the Super Bowl. I don't know what the formula is, Nick. I guess it's just kind of just playing possum for a little bit and then coming out and showing your cards later in the season.
Great to be here for AMG season 52. Did I do this right? Am I doing good? First down? Did I knock this out of the park?
Relax before Fat gets another license plate.
He gave it to me. I think I have it.
We want to see where it's at. Is it next to the hammer? Apologize, Sonny.
Looking deep down
Ooh,
the
dangerous
field.
throw.
It's picked off. Rock Yassin rocking the defense. Going the other way. Past the 35. Past the 45. He's past midfield. Journal's inside. He's past the 40 to the 37-yard line. And the Baltimore Ravens defense, their favorite music, it's nothing but rock.
And the house is a rock here. The former Indianapolis Colts star cornerback making a big play here for the Purple People Eaters, that being the Baltimore Ravens, and this defense is ball hawking. You expected to see this type of performance from the San Francisco 49ers because they are the paper champions of the world if you look at that defense, Nick. But Baltimore, they just find ways to make plays and find ways to make things happen. They said the defense was too old. They said their defense was too old up front, and look what's happened here. The secondary coming away with some big plays.
Oh, wow. Good job from Porter getting off of that block to make the tackle. And it looks like Hufanga got hurt away from the play. Joey Porter Jr. coming over from Pittsburgh. Not the Porter that's in the chat because he's not on a bird scooter.
Hufanga got laid out, man, with a block. He was trying to shoot that gap and didn't realize the blocker was coming downfield and just kind of popped him a little bit, maybe a little stinger for the safety.
That's a dangerous throw into coverage. Torn labrum for Hufanga. That'll end his season. 4th and 2. Look like no decision from the Baltimore Ravens. They're not sending out Justin Tucker. They're going for this. Look for Andrews
Aggressive.
underneath.
It's a team that's a power run team, San Francisco. I don't know why they're being so aggressive here.
Uh-oh, he has a
They're gonna hit this
touchdown
out
over the
route.
top. Oh, but it was a corner route. It looked like he tried to throw it at the break. He threw it too early, and the 49ers catch a break for themselves.
You get man coverage in the weak side. You see the pressure coming off. Lamar Jackson season tries to hit that out right at the tippy top of the break. It's about a 10 to 12-yard out. Receiver breaks it a little bit late. Overthrown there from Lamar Jackson. As I said, you got to take field goals when it's a 10-0 game. They might come back and haunt you here.
There goes McCaffrey. There's a flag down behind the play. This might be a hold coming back. And it is indeed against Carlos Goodson, the rookie.
Have we talked about Trent Williams? This is his final game here. He's absolutely hanging it up here. 71 there, left tackle there for the San Francisco 49ers.
One of the great left tackles in the game. McCaffrey nowhere to go with that little inside zone. Pick up 2nd and long.
And you know this is a team that likes to run on 2nd down, but when you get them into the 2nd and 15s, and the way it's gone throughout this game, they're down 10-0. They've ran on a couple 2nd downs, got some TFLs. They're going to look to pass it here. Purdy, just watch out.
How
He's been
far
an
is he
interception
dropping
guy.
back, bro? How far are you going to drop back and throw it to the Ravens defense? Williams with the pick. The bright lights getting to Mr. Irrelevant as his irrelevancy might be growing. Another turnover and another big play for this Baltimore defense.
You know, San Francisco was not supposed to be here. They were not supposed to be in the playoffs. This is just a miracle run. The 24-year-old might be a little over his head here as he dropped back, hop-backed, and next thing you know, it was Baltimore Ravens football. As Baltimore just went forward on the 4th down, they can't capitalize on their defense coming up with a stop.
I thought we were going to see a Dan Orlovsky. That was just going to keep going back and back out of the end zone. 2nd and 8. Jones in the right hip of Lamar, moving quickly. Dropping back to pass. He'll throw it to that corner out. Oh, Odom couldn't get there. What a catch. There's Rashad Bateman. It's coming up with some big plays here. It's usually the Mark Andrews show, but today it's been all Bateman.
A lot of high-low action there for the Baltimore Ravens. Easy read there for Lamar Jackson. He sees the safety drop back, give him a little space. He uses his arm string. Oh, he's into the end zone, baby.
We're just trying to keep up with the Joneses. Touchdown. Aaron Jones and the Ravens. It's feeling like a duel out here in the Wild Wild West because it's feeling like back-to-back.
You talk about Aaron Jones, unwanted. Did not understand what happened in Green Bay. They bring in Jonathan Taylor. He thought maybe they were going to have some kind of dynamic duo going on. They said no, they didn't want the 30-year-old back. He gets shoved to the side, and look where he's at. He's looking like he could be a Super Bowl MVP here in NBL Season 52.
All right, you got 2:22 left in the third. If you're the Niners and you're looking at a real chance to come back in this game, how soon do you need to score?
You got to score before the end of the quarter. It's got to be a touchdown before the end of the quarter. You're still going to play this. You're still going to keep the run alive right now, because I think with 2:22, you just get up on your horse, get a little quicker snaps, and see if you can get this ball somewhere inside past midfield by the 1:10 mark, 1 minute mark, and then try to make some quick throws and find George Kittle in the end zone maybe. Get this 17-7 going into the fourth. That's your best bet, but you got to score before this end of the quarter.
And out to McCaffrey, left side. Man, this run game has been so good. It's like every time Brock Purdy has dropped back, it's going the other way. But when they've run the ball, McCaffrey running at a 9.7 per carry clip. You know, Quibble's going to be looking back at this, Bomber. You know, this game's still not over, but it looks like it's going to be the Ravens. He's going to look back at this and go, why didn't I just stick to the run game?
Exactly. I think that one run in the first quarter towards the end, I think it was a 2nd and 11, and he got a tackle for loss and turned it to a 3rd and 13. I think that kind of predicated them moving forward a little too early. I think they were a little antsy with getting away from the run during some spots there in the end of that first half. I'd like to see them pick that up. If I could go back in time, I'd like to see them just kind of stay with Christian McCaffrey in the run. But, you know, we are where we are, and here we are, 40 seconds left. Is they're right where I told them they need to be. 30 seconds left on the 30. Let's see if they can get into the end zone here. Stay outside.
Purdy back to pass. Over the middle. He's got Jefferson with the catch inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9. 4 for 8, 32 yards in a Super Bowl. That's not going to win you an MVP. We go to the fourth quarter. 4's up in the chat. 17-0. Oh, Baltimore.
Yeah, well, the only way you get in the MVP is if you win the game, and it would take quite the miracle comeback. So maybe the majority of yards we're going to see from Brock Purdy are going to come here in this fourth quarter. Have not seen George Kittle. No George Kittle sighting so far heading to the fourth. This is his time now, 9-yard line. Let's see if they can get Kittle going here. As we told you, the favorite target so far has been Brandon Ayuk this season here for Brock Purdy.
Oh, man, and there he goes. We're listening to some 90s rap because we got some Run CMC out here. Touchdown, and the Niners not quite out of this left. A little bit of life as it's blocked by Frost. It'll stay an 11-point game.
I think he blocked that with his knee.
Or nuts, unclear. The old nut block. Don't recommend you trying that at home, kids.
That's a little Home Alone action going on there.
Big shout out to Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci.
The wet bandits.
The
sticky
the
bandits.
sticky bandit. It was the wet bandits in the first one, and then it was the sticky bandits.
Yeah.
You smell that? It's money and fish. Now it's money, fish. Classic. 1st and 10. And one key here for Baltimore, Bomber. We've seen this so many times. You got a big lead fourth quarter. You can't get too conservative. But when you got number 8, the great, showed off the jump.
The vertical from Lamar Jackson there in the middle of the field, anticipating that low cut hit stick, just didn't happen as Lamar. Man, he's just out there dancing, having a good time.
Wow. One of the first few mistakes we've seen from this Ravens offense. Aaron Jones nowhere to go. The other Aaron, and some Aaron on Aaron action. Aaron Donald with a tackle.
A little loud in there. San Francisco fans maybe showing up here a little bit. 2nd and 14. This is the stop you got to have. And not give up a field goal. Can't give up. Watch the fade there on the right side.
Bateman on the right side. Looks like man coverage. Beats his man. He'll look underneath, though. He'll find Aaron Jones. It was pretty good coverage. A little chuck off the line. So Lamar will take the safe throw. 3rd and 10. Crazy thing here, Bomber, they're not that far out of field goal range with Justin Tucker's leg.
Yeah, you can see a draw here to Aaron Jones. Even go back to that screen play, that little slip screen that cost him in the first half. Don't be surprised if we see that again. As you're going to see Aaron Jones still in the backfield here. Watch 3-5. That's a weak front.
They hand it off. Good tackle. So it'd be 62 from here, which is in Justin Tucker's range.
And a 62-yard field goal, that's what we saw from the San Francisco 49ers, the Washington Commanders when they defeated the Seattle Seahawks in this playoff run at the end of the game.
Kick is up from 62. It's good. It's not even surprising anymore with Justin Tucker back out to a 14-point lead.
Well, here it is, 2-score game, 4 minutes left. And you're gonna say, "Oh, Bomber, when do they need to score here?" This needs to be quick. You gotta score by 2:45 into the end zone, and then you're playing your timeouts. You got the 2-minute warning.
Good return from Mitchell.
On this kick return, if you like.
Great return from Mitchell to the 34-yard line. That sets him up. But the problem is, Bomber, we're gonna
49ers kicked the 62-yarder. I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to see Brock Purdy make some throws, and he has not done that today.
And we're gonna see him drive the ball. We haven't seen anything deep down the field. As they're gonna go empty here.
I don't love the empty. I wish you'd keep somebody like Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. Just to at least give the illusion, I might be running the ball here. Purdy, quick screen to the left side. It's caught by Gray. He's got some blockers. He's got George Kittle out front. There goes Gray. There goes Gray. He's in open space. He's out of here. No, down to the 1-yard line.
What a play call. Everyone's saying you're going to have to start driving the ball down the field. It seems like Baltimore's tuned into the broadcast. As San Francisco says, I don't think so just yet. We got George Kittle blocking downfield. He picks up one guy, goes to the next level, and takes away the only remaining tackle there. They're going to go for a quarterback sneak. They're going to get it here.
Good QB sneak there. Oh my God, this is a disastrous goal line stand. This is really bad. 3rd and goal. How do you go 2 plays for the 1-yard line and Christian McCaffrey hasn't touched the ball? Tell me that. Go to the pistol.
We're ahead on my formula, that 2:45. I thought maybe they'd have a chance to give up a first down or two and still be in
another
it.
run commit.
Oh man,
I love the run commit call there.
Oh, me too. If I'm Baltimore, I'm saying let them pass. If they pass and get in, good for them. Shake their hand. Now they forced them into a passing down. You're not going to see the run commit here on 4th and goal. But this was a nice job. The Ravens just understanding the tempo, and that's just great insight and guts by the head coach there of Baltimore.
Do we see 85 maybe get into action? Brock Purdy's rolling late. Finding lane, and McCaffrey can't make the catch. Another goal line stand, and that might put the bow on the Christmas present that is back-to-back titles for this Baltimore Ravens team.
At the height of this game, we go from such a high clip to such a low valley here. One play after another.
Oh my, Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely going out there looking like a basketball player, skying for the rebound. First down Ravens, and they can clock this one if they want to the 2-minute warning. The Ravens doing just enough to get the dub.
Unbelievable throw by Lamar Jackson there in a game that TJ Watt's going to try to get this out. Now, you got to question that injury, right? That's one of those ones, right?
Well, I got on my arm. It really hurts.
Yeah. Stay down, stay down. TJ Watt's going to miss a play here. But he does a good job extending the game here.
Play
Lamar's
action.
Gonna throw this ball.
Kind of has B open. He'll throw this away. 2-minute warning. 3rd down.
How aggressive was Lamar on that play action?
Whew. Go empty backfield. Look, Goodwin solo side. Looks like man coverage. They're going to go to the draw. You wonder if they go for this on 4th and 1 or they just kick the 3. I mean, they can go up by 3 scores. They've been aggressive.
Well, I've already seen a block kick right now, and that would be devastating in the situation, especially with the timeout situation. I would probably go for it and say you got to go the whole field against my defense. You just aren't going to have enough time.
They're going to rough the kicker. They're going to rough the kicker, though. Except that one. And they're still in the punt formation. Get out of the punt formation. There we go. We got it. Got scared there.
Why decline that?
No, he took it.
No, he made the field goal, though. I mean, why not decline it?
Because now he gets to run the clock out. You don't even need to give the ball back at this point.
Crazy run. Is this the peak of the Niners here though? I mean, this is an old.
Might be. Ricard on the fullback dive, breaking tackles,
Get in
breaking
there.
hearts, gave it to Patrick Ricard. Unsung hero.
It was Kyle Juszczyk versus Patrick Ricard. That's what everybody was talking about before this game.
The
Who's
fullback
the best
matchup.
fullback in the game?
Yeah. They'll be able to run this down under a minute to go.
San Francisco had a chance. A nice screenplay. Gray picks up, flips the field, gets down to the one. Probably should have dove in there. And man, just for San Francisco to get stopped 4 times there on the, well, I won't even say on the goal line. After that first play, they get stopped, and then they get that tackle for loss, and they were kind of 6 yards back. But inside that 10-yard line, 5-yard line, just couldn't punch it in. With Trent Williams being his final game, you'd think San Francisco would have been built for something like that. They just couldn't get into the end zone, man.
Mitchell will take a knee. Last gasp effort here for the 49ers. 23-6, all Baltimore in this game. The difference in this one, turnovers. The 49ers could not hold on to the ball. And the Ravens were able to capitalize.
Turnovers on the wrong side of the field for San Francisco as well.
And again, you know, I don't want to take away from what the Ravens did offensively. I just think the offense didn't have to do too much, because when your defense is playing like they did with the turnovers, the goal line stops, there's not a whole lot you have to do. As Gray will make a catch on the sidelines. But Brock Purdy, 3 picks on the day. He's going to want to wash this one from his memory.
I like that play. Yeah, a lot of underneath. You know, you're not getting Brock Purdy. You just wonder with Kittle, with Ayuk, there's some threats to get down the field, and we just haven't seen it. So do they bring in another threat to get down deep down the field for Brock Purdy to kind of extend this passing game, or do they double up and just stay with this run game and use CMC to the very end of these wheels fall off? Because defensively seems to be their MO here. That's where a lot of their money's tied up.
Who doesn't love the double play action? He's got a crosser butt naked down the field. I mean, that was a 40-yard gain. Oorah, good point. He needed to be smart with the ball, and he wasn't. I don't know, Lep, dude. He was like, the crosser's like the one read on that play, and he was just naked. Like a baby in a bathtub. Purdy, 2nd and 6. He'll take off and run, making his Lamar Jackson moment. This clock's going to run down. Spike it with 7 seconds, man. You still got a shot.
Well, the spread was very low. I think Slam had the spread at 2.5. I said it needed to be much higher.
Easy money.
I had a money line I said the money line needed to be at least 320 for the Ravens, minus 320. I think it was only at 180 or 160. I would have taken that. Given that 60 for every 100.
Consolation touchdown? You'll love to see it.
Consolation.
If you took the alternate spread of Baltimore minus 14, the Niners just looked at your money and gave you 2 fingers. Oh, Captain.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2 here.
Captain Planet, he's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Come on, let's run that onside kick with 2 seconds left. Okay, Patrick Ricard. How appropriate that Patrick Ricard is the one that recovers it. Zeros are on the clock, and the Baltimore Ravens are your NBL season 52 champions, Bomber. Their defense did amazing work, and Lamar Jackson, the story on offense.
Back-to-back is not easy to do, and this is a team that did it back-to-back nearly the same way. On the road, they haven't had many home games in the playoffs, but fans are enjoying it today. They're going to come to this neutral site and show their support for the Purple People Eaters, the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, who's the MVP here of the Super Bowl 52?
To me, it's Rock Ya-Sin. He played such good defense on the backside with an interception, kind of a back-breaking interception down the field. He was so good, but, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if it's Lamar Jackson.
Lamar played very well. That one interception really wasn't on him. Well, actually, it was. It dinged off the lineman. I thought Aaron Jones played a strong game, but Lamar looks like he's going to get it here. Patrick, who's in the back, 42, full back, man. You got to love it if you're the Ravens.
And Bomber, we wrap up another season here in the NBL, the second season in the Revival, and we go to season 53. It's an exciting time because we got NBL rookie draft next week. Are we gonna? Let's be clear, Bomber. I would just like to point out here, live on the broadcast, I'll be in town. We're around.
You want to do it?
I mean, draft broadcasts are fun, man. Just don't make it Thursday. I've already got a pre-planned date night Thursday, so if we could avoid Thursday, that'd be cool. But this is an exciting time because guess what? All of a sudden, everyone's record is 0-0, and everyone's got a chance to dethrone these Baltimore Ravens.
You hear that, Project Fat?
You got a shot, baby.
You're winless, but the rest of us are too.
All tied up. Bomber, an absolute pleasure, as always, to call Super Bowls. It is fun to crown champions here in the NBL, and can't wait to do more of it.
Yep, shout out to the Baltimore Ravens. Back-to-back. Hey, that's a good way to start this rebirth here of the NBL. Ravens are the team to beat the AFC North. And, hey, the road goes through them right now. It goes to this Baltimore Ravens team. Lamar Jackson's been absolutely phenomenal. GG's in the chat. San Francisco, great run, a miracle run, a special run. Just not enough J.U. Ice. And we talk about Baltimore just a little bit. One more little statement here. Who has more practice, more reps with these types of games, these big plays, these big moments? Baltimore, they hang in games, they find a way to win at the end, and that's become almost their DNA. And it's not luck; it's just become they're accustomed to it. They don't get bothered by these big throws or these big downs. They just make the plays and they do what they need to do. And this team has just been absolutely phenomenal to watch.
One word to describe them: clutch. And that sums up this Baltimore Ravens team. NBL
strategery.
Great strategery, and shout out to Brock Purdy for all those Christmas presents to the Baltimore Ravens defense. We are going to get out of here. Shout out to the entire NBL for showing up tonight for the NBL Season 52 Super Bowl. Cannot wait for rookie draft. Can't wait for next season. For everybody here from the Madden Bomber League. For the Commissioner Bomber, I'm Nick Mazesco. You guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next season for Season 53 of the Madden Bomber League.